need focus. Power overwhelming.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War. It's Remastered. It's a very weird PvT featuring Mong and a Noble here on a Retro. Top left side, it's a Teal Terran player. It is a Mong. And on the top right, it's a Noble. We know who Mong is, right? But we don't know who Noble is. On Wikipedia, it says that his player page has been deleted, but he was participating in tournaments as recently as 2024. This is a 2024 replay sent to me by RJB a while ago, man. And yes, you read the title correctly. It is a bio play here from Mong, dude. So let's see how Noble's going to handle this, shall we? Wow. So here we are on a Retro, a 4-player map that is harkening back to Fighting Spirit and other 4-player maps like that. No Nexus first here. Oh, hang on a second. Yeah, it's Pylon and then Nexus for Nexus first. So we will see if it's a Nexus first here, which would be fairly disastrous against an early timing push with Marines and stuff. So we'll have to see what opening Mong does, what opening our guy Protoss Noble does here. And looks like it's going to be a gateway opening. Yes, gateway being warped in. Okay, fair enough. Just standard here from our guy Noble against Mong. Does he know that Mong is BDP MK? I don't know, but 340 APM versus 250 APM in the top right there. Terrans do play faster. Okay, so it's not going to be a weird gate expand. It's going to be gas. It's going to be cyber core. It is going to be Singularity Charge before Expand, playing very, very safe against this Terran player. Steve the SCV scouting out the wrong direction, going counterclockwise instead of clockwise. If he had done clockwise, he would see the Protoss and know where he is. There's the Cybernetics core. No gas here from our guy Mong, which means we're going to go ahead and get a bunker and then expand and protect the expansion with a bunker. But this early gas here, it's going to be a Singularity Charge, Dragoon range, early as you can here. So we will see if the bunker is enough to protect. Yes, we will. I cast this as a part of a stream that I had earlier this week, last week. But based on the reception from posting clips of my VODs from my live streams as games, you guys don't like that very much. So I'm going to go ahead and recast it here for you guys with no face cam in the bottom right, no weird donations coming right here, and no text over here with the chat from the stream. So received loud and clear the message that you hate that, right? So I was getting like 3,000 to 4,000 views, and then those ones got like 1,000 views a piece. So, yeah, communication through views. And again, the cheese compilation that was posted last week was severely underviewed. So if you missed it, if you missed the cheese comp that I had, cheese comp number 12 for StarCraft Brood War Remastered, featuring players like Flash and Bisu and Snow and Royal, like all these dudes, ask me for a link. I'll get it for you. So look, he expanded, then he went for bunker, which means the bunker's not done. So these Marines are going to have to sacrifice their own lives to make sure the Dragoon doesn't get in here and stop construction on that bunker before it finishes. And, yep, willing to sacrifice 2 of their lives. But a lot of HP taken off the Dragoon here, too. Bunker finishes. Marine gets inside where it is safe, and everything's okay. But Singularity Charge more than 50% complete. Robotics facility on the way. So now the question is, did Noble read something there? Did he see the timing on the bunker? Did he see the 3 Marines and say, this is a little bit suspicious. There's your gas timing. Expansion coming in. Pylon at the front there. Dragoon has no range. What are you doing? Why are you running past? I think he just wanted to check and see if there was an expansion there or not. Oh, look at that. U-238 shells happening at the Academy in the top left. Holy smokes, Mong. Who gets Marine range in this matchup? Mong does. So, Dragoon range is done. Firing away at that bunker. Both players are doing a bit of a worker transfer play here. Obviously, the expansion for the Terran is earlier, but you drained resources off of the Terran to make up for it. by firing away at the bunker and forcing the repair. Now, Noble has a decision to make. How does he want to do this? Does he want to get an observatory? What does he... he wants to get a robotic support bay. He wants Reavers here on 2 bases. Pretty quick, man. That's a 5-minute robotic support bay. He wants to go Reavers, and he wants to go them now. And meanwhile, look, racks. It is nothing but racks. Immediately, medics getting fired out of this barracks because the academy's done. We want to get energy on these medics for the push that Mong is working on right now. Absolutely insane display here from Mong. We've got a shuttle. We've got a Reaver on the way. So guess what? If the Protoss player doesn't have any splash damage, guess what? I'm going to say guess what again. Marines and medics crush Dragoons and Zealots. With Stim, which is on the way, with range, oh, you better believe it. But at the Protoss, once they get Storm, once they get Reavers, once they get any kind of splash damage, well, maybe not Archons, they suck against Marines, but those 2 things, bam, the Marines kind of suck all of a sudden. However, this is Mong. He's a better player than Noble is. Look at this weird positioning. Like, the racks go outward from here and outward from here like it's a less than sign. All right, here they come. Stim is done. And bam, Dragoon down. This is, see how easy it is to kill Dragoons with Stim Marines? You're like, why does this not happen all the time in TVP Falcon? And the answer is because this happens. Ready? Reaver unloads. Reaver goes. Bam. Reaver goes. Bam. Reaver goes. Bam. And, oh, he unloaded it. Oh, lost the shuttle there too. Well, it was a good attempt there by Noble, but now all he's got are these Dragoons here, and they are running for their lives against these Marines. It's not a lot of Marines, but they have stim, they have range. They're stimming in. They're like, let us take down this robotic support bay. That is a good thing to murder here. This might be a decent thumbnail, actually. It's like the... This is the whole concept of, like, we are taking down the robotic support bay because that's what can kill us. Oh, probe down, pylons trying to get thrown here inside the natural base. Not looking good. New Reaver comes down from the high ground. Boom! 5 Marines die. This is like killing Zerglings or Hydras with Reaver shots. Oh, another Marine goes down. Oh, another Marine dies. These are 15. Oh. These are Scarabs. They cost minerals. Not a lot, but they are cheaper than a Marina's. So these are good trades. If you just kill 1 Marine with a Reaver, you're doing okay. And, oh, that one connects as well. Are you kidding me? That one connects. No, the Reaver dies, but he took a lot of Marines with him here. And every Marine is down. Medic's getting sniped on the way out of it here, too, by these very brave Dragoons who are dealing with these murderous Space Marines. Another Reaver is here. A shield battery has been built with which to fall back. To which to fall back? I don't know how the English works there. To which to fall back with the attacks from these Marines. He's not doing anything else, man. It's 5 Marines at a time out of the 5 racks. Got a factory coming in back home, yes. Is he transitioning to mech? Doesn't appear to be, no. Engineering Bay will tell us a lot, though. The Engineering Bay will tell us, hey, what's up? Is this going to be a +1 attack for these Marines? Is this going to be turrets? Is it going to be both? If it's not a +1 attack for Marines, it's probably a factory tech switch here to mech. But if it is a +1 attack for the Marines, maybe not. So Reaver 1, Reaver 2, Marines looking good. 46 to 34 workers, by the way, is a massive advantage for the Protoss right here. He is going to go ahead and take a 3rd base here at the 3 o'clock position, which he needed to do, I would say, maybe a minute ago. But he does have the economic advantage. He is getting that 2nd gas up. Terran doesn't have his 2nd gas because he's making Marines, dude. Engineering Bay is working on a +1 attack. We are sticking with this. We saw the Reavers and we said, you know, we can handle that. Oh, no. 3rd base probe gets sniped. Utterly sniped here. Ops pops in to see what's going on. Sees racks, obviously. Sees the factory, too. These guys pull back. They don't want to deal with this much Protoss with a little bit of a Reaver backup as well. So they fall back. They check to see, is there anything down here? No. Excellent for us. Very good for us. Templar Archives getting fired up. Hey, what is, you know, 1 type of splash damage is good enough against this, but what you want is probably both types of splash damage. if you're dealing with this many Marines getting upgrades. This is like we're SK Terraning it, man. We just need some science vessels now. And we're good to go. Marines, medics, add some fire bats. I mean, not that there are any zealots to deal with here, but if there were some zealots, it'd be good. Noble really wants this third base. Can't blame him for it. Getting a third base here against a two-basing Terran would be a wonderful, wonderful thing, but no, absolutely not. Psystorm getting fired up. More and more gateways here, too. Going, you know, carriers against a ton of Marines with +1 attack and stim and range and stuff is a pretty bad idea. So we got a tank out here. Neat. That should help against these Dragoons and these Reavers quite a bit, actually. So now you ask, why don't we see Marine tank used a lot against Protoss? Well, I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see if we can figure it out together. This group of Marines makes sure the third base doesn't happen again. Just denying it over here as much as Protossly possible. Comsat scans everywhere, trying to see where this Dragoon army is, where these Protoss are. And he's like, we'll jump on that. Absolutely, we'll jump on that. Reaver says, what's up? Second Reaver says, what's up? Psystorm not done yet. So you got to be careful with that. But look at this. Look at how many Marines. I don't think we've seen this many Marines produced in a PVT in the last 2,500 PVTs I have cast on my channel. Maybe not that, because, you know, you make a couple Marines for the bunker a lot of the time in this matchup, so it's not like zero, but... All right, here goes nothing. Siege tank, target those Reavers, man. No, actually losing it here. Maybe this is a better thumbnail. This is insane. Yeah, siege tank sieged back there. Marines back here, too. These Dragoons do not want this fight. Dragoons alone not going to do it. Zealots, yes. Reaver shot in. Brr, Reaver shot in. Reaver gets another shot off. It dies. Both Reavers are dead. Zealot's going to do very well against the Marines and the siege tanks. Storm is done. Any High Templar ready to storm a thing? Not that we're seeing here right now. No, not enough energy on that one. So trying to bunker. Siege tank Marine contained here. Third base. Oh, finally getting started here at the 9 o'clock position for the Protoss. Terran has got two factories. He's machine shopping both of them. So it's going to be tank. It's going to be Marine. It's going to be medics. Making 7 zealots at a time. Here is Noble. High Templar ready to go. Busting out of this contain as much as you can as a Protoss. Looking good. High Templar bouncing this way. You idiot. Get up here. Get to the front. Toss down a storm on something. That's what we're talking about. Bam. Kills a medic. Kills a couple Marines. Bunker gonna die. Repair is not enough with the 1 SCV on it. But if you get distracted, oh, another pretty good storm. Splitting his Marines pretty effectively here too, though. Whew. Is our guy Mong. Third base coming in 12 o'clock from Mong. Continuing to produce Marines. Not really getting further upgrades, though, is he? He's got the +1. He's got the stim. He's got the range, but that's it. No further upgrades coming in. Kidaren Amulet is on the way, scanning the frontier. Archon is just not a great choice. Against Zerg, and it's a lot of Lings, yeah. But against Marines or against Hydras, not so much. And yeah, Archon dies. He got a hit off. I think he killed some Marines, which is nice. Okay, another tank down. Zealots, once again, trading okay here. Oh, but not incredibly okay. DT wanders in. Where is the scan? There's the scan. So he gets about 3 Marine kills before he gets obliterated. Where's these probes are transferring down to the third base in the middle of this crazy, crazy engagement. 92 to 69 supply in favor of Noble here. Third base looking good. 54 to 36 workers. Third base finishing up here from Mong at the 12 o'clock. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Marines, Marines, Marines. Third factory being produced. No further engineering bay upgrades, though. Gotta keep an eye on those engineering bay upgrades. A Vulture is on the way. Another scan into the natural base. Sees the shield battery. Sees the High Templar. Sees the Reaver. Sees a Protoss who is all sorts of ready for this. And says, what am I supposed to do here? All right. What are we looking at here, friendos? Protoss is on 3 base. Terran's on 3 base. Protoss not happy about that. Spider Mine's being researched. 3. Ah, there we go. Lifting off the racks. 3 factories pumping. More factories coming down. It is a factory mech tech switch. So this is basically our guy Mong playing like it's a TVZ. He's making a lot of Marines and medics early, adding a couple of tanks, and then trying to get over into a mech setup to try to catch, you know, the enemy off guard. In this situation, it's a Protoss. Like, you know, he knows how to deal with mech. He's done this 1 or 2 times. Siege tank hat. 2 hit points. Gets stormed down again. Kind of overkill with that storm, but better dead than not dead. Reaver speed is on the way here. Speed upgrade for those boys. Yeah, mech upgrades are on the way here too. Cannons should be able to cover this 3rd base quite effectively. Reavers, or rather, Vultures running up there shouldn't be able to do much. Trying to siege up this front a lot right now. Mong's going for it. He is diving in. That Reaver gets a nothing hit. Storm killing a lot of Marines there. Cannons all sorts of problematic. Where's the army of Noble? It's down here, actually. Sneaking up as a counterattack. So into the natural base we go. Mong's natural base is in a lot of trouble, but guess what? The natural base of Mong is in maybe even more trouble. There's less there to defend than there is here. High Templar is like, just waiting for enough energy to storm, Mom and Dad. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of this with the beautiful storm. Natural base of Mong is in a lot of trouble here. Marines coming out of some of these racks. He floated some of them, left some of them on the ground. But, tanks trying to jump out. Vultures trying to deal with this great storm on the SCVs. No! On the SCVs. Natural base is in a lot of trouble here, too, for Noble. Not much there by way of defense anymore. Kind of keeping everybody inside the main base for the time being. Nobody's made it into the 3rd. This is still mining from Noble, which is massive right now. 3rd base is under attack by Zealots, as Mong's got a Zealot into his mineral line, causing major problems with these SCVs, too. SCVs trying to retreat into the main base, getting stormed. 18 workers remain for the Terran player. This is absolutely an abysmal situation for Mong right now. His 3rd base is lifted. His natural base is dead. SCVs wandering through the most active of war zones right now. Only lucky this guy didn't have a storm available. He was about 10 energy away. Natural base dies for our guy Noble, but the 3rd base is alive. He's mining here, whereas the Terran is mining to his main base, and that's about it. Very close to running out of cash. Oh, this game. This game is crazy good. Man. All right, so trying to set up and take out this 3rd base of Nobles, but here we go. Zealots jumping on top of it, triggering Spider Mines. High Templar died to Spider Mines. Another storm plus a Zealot, enough to get rid of the tanks, and that means you're probably not busting that anytime soon. Spider Mine's getting laid and triggering. Bam! Killing a Dragoon. Very nice connection there. All the medics and the remaining Marines get wiped out there too. So it's 94 to 54 supply in favor of Noble. A lot of that is probes. Natural base is back for Mong. He had to lift his 3rd to take it to his natural base, but he got there in the end. Big attack, swinging up to make sure that the Terran hasn't retaken his 3rd. That'd be pretty disastrous from the Protoss perspective. Oh, man. So we don't. Well, his barracks aren't making Marines. There's not a lot of cash here for Mong, is probably why. But I like this. Racks positions, scouting, providing high ground, providing, you know, just a little bit of vision here. What's going to come down this ramp if probes start coming down this way? The barracks might catch a glimpse of it. Might have to move south a little bit for that. But yeah, no. Vultures, no. Not going in there, not with 3 cannons. So yeah, production right now is basically nothing but vultures. He said vultures are going to deal with this for us. It's a pretty big Protoss army right now, 118 to 70 supply. They've got +1 attack, but it's been so crazy, he doesn't have any further upgrades on his Dragoons. Not worth re-expanding to the natural base here. Based on these numbers I'm showing you right now. Definitely not. So not retaking the natural. The smart move here from Noble, but he's still only on 1 base mining. And one base to one base is pretty good for the Terran, especially, well, if they're meching, which they are. It's a mech tech switch. We got these Marines with stim in range and +1. Like, usually if Marines are alive at the 20-minute mark of a PvT, it's because they were the guys in the bunker at the first 4-minute mark, and we're bringing them out of desperation to try to go for one more attack. They're entirely unupgraded. These guys, though, looking spicy in their teal uniforms. So, third base, getting attempted to replant. An attempted replant here by Mong. Vultures do slip down this way, but the Nexus gets warped in down at the bottom right natural spawn location. 130 to 74 supply. Man, if you're under 100 supply at the 20-minute mark as a Terran, you better hope the Protoss is struggling mightily. And he's not really. 50 workers at this stage of the game is not great, but it's not like it's something that's going to ruin your day. What a bonkers PvT this is. When's the last time you saw a game like this? Years? It might be years since I saw a game like this, where a Terran super committed to bio for the first 15 minutes of the game. And then, yes, did transition into mech. Eventually, all his barracks lifted. He doesn't need them anymore. They're out here providing the vision that he otherwise would not have. So, this base is really big. For the Protoss, this base is really big. For the Terran, this Storm Drop gets shut down. Absolutely shut down there by those Marines. Excellent, excellent job. Finally getting shuttle speed. Oh my gosh. At 21 minutes. The Protoss has been using Reavers since the 5-minute mark, but now we're getting speed for the shuttle. It's because they were defensive. If you're defensive with a Reaver, you don't have to have the shuttle be incredibly fast. As long as you can pick up the Reaver and move back a little bit, you're pretty much okay. I mean, you might lose the shuttle because it's not fast enough. I mean, I think we did see a shuttle get killed because it wasn't fast enough, but generally, if you're being offensive with your Reavers, you want that speed, and he hasn't been able to be offensive with the Reavers today. So pretty scary move out. 1-1 upgrades on the mech versus 2-0 upgrades for the Protoss. Pretty scary. Bottom right base is warping in. For the Protoss, he's actually making a big attack into this 12 o'clock third base, which appears to be pretty lightly defended. Handful of Marines and one siege tank not going to get it done. Vulture try to jump in there, getting cut off by a bunch more Zealots, dragging him into the siege tank shots. But this bunker, oh my gosh, the Psy Storm on the SCVs. 22 SCVs remain. After that, these tanks are getting stormed and Zealot hit, and the tank count is getting absolutely knocked out here. 96 to 55 supply. These SCVs are somehow alive. SCVs coming into work right now. The bunker putting in a ton of work. And Vultures on the run by down to the south. Can we get there? Can we get... There's 2 cannons. If these were +2 Vultures or +3 Vultures, I think they might try to fight them. They do have a tank, which the Dragoon recognizes is the major threat to a base that has only cannons on the defense. There's nothing defending that bottom right-hand corner either. Sending some army down to try to deal with this. Probes getting evac'd. They were going to transfer down here, and then they recognized, oh, there's a ton of Vultures. And a siege tank firing away on the cannons. One of the cannons is utterly dead. Dragoon wanders in to try to help. Spider mines. Reaver says, we've got some Psy Storm available. Let's do some pretty fancy shuttle micro here, ladies and gentlemen. Unloading the Zealots, unloading the High Templar. I think the High Templar got picked up again. Didn't really get any storm off there whatsoever. Vultures do slip in to this bottom right base. This base is a ghost town. This tank is still alive, though. Zealots jumping on ya. No, not microing it well enough at all. Loses the siege tank. Vultures come down. There's only 1 probe to kill, so not much to accomplish there for them. But Nexus lives. Nexus lives. Terran 12 o'clock is in existence, but here comes a double shuttle attack. This one dodging Marine shots to unload and get us another Psy Storm off. 9 SCVs remain. Oh, no. Dude, Mong, I don't know how you're going to do this, man. 9 SCVs at 24 minutes, unless your opponent's also at like 4 SCVs. You're probably a dead nerd here. Probably. Archon. Yeah, no, not against a bunker. Sorry, not going to happen for you. Not really your forte. You want to kill biological stuff. You want to hit Marines. You want to hit Zerglings. You want to attack Lurkers. You're really good that way. But, man, 96 to 38 supply. Mong is dead. There's no way, dude. 9 SCVs to 2 mining bases, 3 mining bases. This 3 o'clock has been Noble's best friend. His best friend today has been this base. These 2 tanks probably not going to get it done all by themselves. Spider mines, yes. Burp, burp. Oh! 2 Dragoon kills on 1 spider mine. 2 Dragoon kills on another spider mine. Probably some tank support there, yes. But Mong is using these spider mines to an incredible effect right now. Oh, and that's it. GG. Mong recognizes if these tanks die, I am dead. And he's been dead for a minute. Because, I mean, come on. The number of SCVs there at that base was not exactly what you be wanting. So, that's a GG. That's an absolutely fantastic showing of how to play PvT against a Terran that goes a ton of Marines. Noble gets the win here. I mean, I want to say Mong kind of made it easier for him. Mong's really good with mech. I'm kind of surprised that he didn't just straight mech here, but you got to keep your opponent on their toes sometimes. And honestly, if Noble doesn't open with a Reaver play, if he just opens normally with Dragoons and some Zealots and gets a 3rd base, then gets into some Reaver stuff and some High Templar stuff, he probably dies. And I don't know if he's just luck that he went for the Reaver fast or he sniffed something out where he was like, feels like a lot of Marines. And then he goes for the Reavers and it totally pays off for him. I mean, the Reavers weren't crushing, winning all by themselves, but they did kill a lot of Marines. The Psystorm was excellent there, too. The mech transition was good. It's just that your mech doesn't have the upgrades you want at the 25-minute mark if you open with the Marines. Obviously. So that's great. I mean, that was incredibly fun. What a neck and neck crazy PvT. Mong doing something you never see. And hope you enjoyed it, man. Tap that like button if you did. End of the day, we're looking at 131,000 points, 146 in favor of the Protoss Noble. He outproduced the Protoss 4-2. He got outkilled 3-2. Structures raised 13-14, pretty similar, funnily enough, and an outspend by about 7,000 resources in 25 minutes. Again, Marines, you don't have the cost efficiency, right? The cost efficiency. It's tricky. Anyway, that's a GG. Man, that was really fun to cast again, and you're welcome. There wasn't a face cam. You're welcome. There wasn't a donation, an alert box here, because you guys hate that stuff. But that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.